Alright, good morning. Mike Bean, Scottish Fitness and Farms and Prepping here. Probably post this on both channels. My backup channel, Mike Bean Farms and Prepping. Gonna do a quick garden before I come back out later and pick it. I got lots of green tomatoes, and they're big ones. Boy, when they turn red, it's gonna be good times. Plenty of peppers. My tomato plants in the grow bags. Well, I did fertilize the heck out of them. So 2 of them came back pretty well. See some there. Cucumbers are still producing, although slowly. Acorn squash is producing. Holy crap, look at all those bugs. So, yeah, those, I don't think that's a good thing, but as long as they're just on the flowers and not on the plant, that's okay. I'll have some squash, peppers, and tomatoes and cucumbers to pick. I still have 2 grow bags of potatoes I gotta dump out. And that's gonna have to probably be done pretty quick. So then I'll have plenty of potatoes in storage. Anybody got good ideas how to store potatoes long term? Let me know. I'd appreciate it. Because I'm probably gonna eat them slower than I'm gonna collect them. So now we're heading off to the woods. Haven't been back there for a while. You know, when it was in the 90s, to be honest with you, I didn't want to go back there. You know, 90, 100 degrees, sweating in the woods, feeding mosquitoes. Not my idea of a good time. Now we're in the upper 70s in the morning. So it's comfortable enough to go and recon. If you've watched some of my older videos, the woods are going to be a lot more full. And those trails that I was able to walk through easily, probably not so much. So the last time, it's been a while since I mowed the path, but it's still not too bad. I'll have to run with the mower here again soon. But you can see that the raccoons are kind of attacking the corn here also. So, and then this corn is kind of, the outer layer is kind of messed up. So that's odd. I'm guessing that's the spot that the crop duster must have missed. So you can see this field is really overgrown since when I came through here in the spring. And should be some interesting things hopefully crawling around. I was going to check under that tarp by the garden and I forgot. Oh well. That would have been the time. Oh, dragonfly. Those are cool. I like them. They eat mosquitoes. Another small, irritating bugs. So I did spray down with some mosquito repellent before I braved it out here. Now, I mowed to here. I haven't mowed down there for a while. I think we've got a nice butterfly over here. Or was it a bird? No, it was a butterfly. You may or may not have seen it. They move pretty quick. So I'm going to come out here to the bean field, because it'll just be easier to walk along. This is a remnants of a driveway. Need to get some weed killer in there. So I did put my jeans on, because where I'll be walking, I'll be going through a lot of poison ivy, and we don't want to test that. There's some flowers. They're late blooming flowers, so you don't see them until this time of the year. They're pretty neat. I like them. Farmers probably not so much. Whew. Well, I'm getting a little wet here, but you know, you want to head out in the morning. Later on in the day, it'll be a little too hot. So we'll see how far in the woods we can go. It is going to be overgrown quite a bit since last time we've been here. And we'll see what type of flowers are there. Oh, look. A rock! Alright. I'll have to put this somewhere where I know I'll find it. I'll have to make a detour somewhere. The reason I got it uncovered because it's a natural water path here. So this is going to erode the soil and show the rocks up that were covered before. So I know I put a stash of rocks out here before and then couldn't find them and still haven't found them when I came back. But here, this should be really easy. Let's flip it over so it's not the same color. There we go. A lot of deer tracks, big deer tracks. See, there's a rutting buck going through there. There's kind of some of the stuff you want to avoid. That's what poison ivy starts to look like when it gets old. It turns red on you. So, he did finally move his chain to here. Probably a good idea. He had it up front. So here we go. Remember, this was very easy to walk through at one time. And still not too bad. I don't know if he mowed it, maybe. But here's the path. And then you gotta try to pick along where does the path actually go. Really peaceful here. You can see all the greenery. We got about another month of this, and then come October, all this stuff will start turning brown and green and orange and all that, and start falling down. Oh, so almost walked into him. See if I can duck around that, disturb his nest. Here's an interesting plant. I think that has either flowered or will flower. Oh man, so peaceful back here. So animals that wander in this forest are going to be deer, coyotes, raccoons, possums, owls, and hawks. Oh, there's a. So I am going to utilize this stick. And use it to avoid walking into those. Right, see? I don't want to take down his nest, but then again, I don't want to keep walking into them. As you can see, they're quite common. Skunks will be back here. Definitely raccoons, lots of spider webs. It's a natural area for them to put a web. And nothing's more unfun than walking right into a web. So luckily you see some things stuck in it, and that helps identify where they're at. So, coming into a area where it's cleared up a bit, and you'll see the vegetation increases. And the reason I'm talking softly, maybe. Oh, so I don't know if you can see it, but there's a deer right there. So I got a deer staring at me. And this is why I was being quiet. So there's a white-tailed deer. And she seems to be a little curious. He's heading right towards me, which is kind of odd. 3 more that took off. And it does sound like there's possibly a buck out there making a lot of noise. So that was really cool. I was able to move quiet enough to come up to deer. Then I can hear the squirrels up there checking. So we did get the opportunity. Ooh, man, look at that. Spider webs everywhere. So that's why I move slowly. And for the most part, quietly. Otherwise, I never would have got that close to that deer. And I can tell her there's more deer back there. But they will probably stay well ahead of me. Their ability to hear is greater than mine. And sometimes you don't even have to be quiet. You just have to walk like you belong here. I mean, I have come up to deer within 15 feet just because I was tromping around like I belonged out here. And other times, I'd be sneaking and, you know, they see me 100 yards away and they're gone. So a lot of deer back here. It's really great habitat for it. Great habitat for spider webs too. So you just gotta keep going here at the twig and knock those webs down. So that was kind of a bonus there today. All right, look at this spider. Now he's moving. There's a pretty spider. All right, I don't think I need to knock his web down because I'm gonna walk around him. And I know if I head up there, that'll get me up by the bean field. See, more webs. Now they rebuild webs every day anyway, so it's not like I'm doing them harm. But I don't want them tangled down my back, if you know what I mean. So, a lot of ground cloth, ground cover, a lot of stinging nettle. It's another reason why you wear jeans. You walk into that with shorts on, you will be one unhappy camper. Trust me on this one. So, some more webs I need to take down. There we go. Huh. Man. There's a lot of them and you gotta keep swallowing around so they don't walk into them. So, a lot of wildlife. There's a cool flower. I haven't seen that one before. Very pretty one. Thinking it might be rare. I can hear squirrels. Unfortunately, they're like the early warning device out here. I don't know if you can pick them up. Now that deer, if I was hunting, I had a really good shot at it, but it's too early in the season. And it was too small. So a lot of noise. A lot of creatures making noise out here. A lot of mosquitoes there. The camera won't pick them up, but I did. That's why I doused down with a lot of mosquito repellent before I braved it out here. And if I remember right, I used to hunt this patch. I used to put either a stand over there in that tree or in this one. Gave me a pretty good clear view. A nice area to shoot in. And there's water right over there. Maybe we'll sneak up on a turtle or two. So it's good to see the. There's still trails here. You gotta pay attention, John. You want to walk into those. So yeah, you can tell a lot of stuff's been running through here. Big stuff, deer. A lot of times it's just as easy to follow their path than to try to break your own through. So you'd probably bed around here. Big area. Some old discarded hunting gear. Wasn't mine. Ah, deer stand. Yep, that's a good spot to be. Gives you all this area here. And there's definitely plenty of track. So somebody's got to stand there. So that's got to be the creek up ahead. So let's bust trail to it. We can just see how peaceful it is out here. Now, are there predators I need to be concerned about? Not too much. Coyotes will pretty much stay away from a person. But in case they didn't, I have something for them. They don't come out here unattended, that's for sure. But it's been decades since they've had a cougar or a bear out this way. Doesn't mean it can't happen. Once again, I have a solution for that. But I haven't seen any track or spoor of anything that large. Alright, so here comes up to the creek. Probably not going to surprise anything as much noise as I'm making. Creek's down a little bit. So yeah, there's the creek. This usually is fast running, but you can tell that we've had a couple days since the last rain. So this is about the lowest I've seen it in a long time. I almost need a machete to cut through there. I think it's time to head back. Alright, look at that. Alright, this looks like a trail. So let's follow this. Like I said, you always look for telltale signs of a spider web. And, you know, leaves caught in her the best way. Or insects, but just pretty much think anywhere there's two trees within a couple feet of each other, there's going to be a spider web. And then you won't walk into them. So pretty nice. You can tell that the vegetation has gotten a lot thicker. And like I said, we got to see a deer, so that was cool. A couple hundred spiders, which was expected. And try to hold the camera up a little bit higher so you're not looking up my nose. Oh, there's a rope going across the bridge has far been broken. Used to be a bridge across there, but time and weather took care of it. He says he has a shooting range out here somewhere, but I don't know actually where. Looks like we can get a little closer to the water here. So here I'll show you the Bridge of Death. Yeah, definitely wouldn't trust it. He does have some planks there in the rope. I guess the rope's there to try to hang on to. I got no reason to go there. When you look here, you see a lot of this dirt piled up. You're like, where'd that come from? Those are probably groundhogs or gophers that had made places to stay and then moved on. And we got some blue flowers. And some small white ones. There we go. Nice yellow flowers out here. The flowers are like the food of a lot of your smaller insects and help drive the food chain. So a healthy forest is when it has flowers in it. Man, oh man, look at the size of this web here. We can't see it, but it's spanning from that tree to that tree all the way to this tree. We're going to knock that down. And what they do is they get up tall in a tree and they send up a web and they float to the next one and they connect the area. One of the wonders of nature. Alright, so here's a nice established path. I think I know where this one will take me up to. So today, kind of exciting. Got to see a deer. You know, some cool spiders, a few flowers. That's kind of why I like to walk back here, is just to see the wildlife. Now generally if you come out here really early in the morning, right at daybreak, or dawn, whatever you want to call it, then we probably would have caught some other animals, probably most likely raccoons, maybe skunks. Man. But then we wouldn't be able to see all these damn spider webs. And sometimes you need to see them. Just twirling a stick around doesn't always do the trick. Oh, there's see it covering the whole trail. So this is why you just grab a stick when you're in the woods and use it to clear the trail. By this evening, these will all be back up. It'd be like I was never here. And it's good to move quietly like this, not to disturb what's around you. Damn it. Don't get them all. It kind of gets tiring. Yeah. Couple more big webs to go through, and I should be out in the clearing, and then I can go grab that rock. There we go. I don't think there's anybody here. Todd, you here? So I don't sit there and startle the shit out of them. But yeah, somebody lives back here. Good guy. Here's the main trail. And this will take me back where I came in. very secluded back here, which I believe was the idea. Moved a lot of big rock here. Brought in truckloads and truckloads. Oh shit, our damn web. Thought it was safe. Oh well, I'll have to rub myself down on that one. It's like, you know, you just know there's a spider on you. So here we come back out in the daylight. And this is where I came in. So, corn will be getting harvested here in about a month or so, as soon as it dies off and dries out, if the weather's permitting. That means the weather needs to stay dry, otherwise they have to wait for it to dry out. So kind of fun today. Nice little walk in the park and seeing deer, which is always cool. I'll post this on both my channels because taking a hike is fitness. It's great exercise and it's very therapeutic. He's got a lot of scrap wood here to help yourself. I don't know if any of it's going to be any good, but we'll take a look. Let's try to whip this damn spider web off me. And then collect my rock where I left it. Ah! And we'll check the wood pile out. We'll head back to Hacienda. So I'm trying to think if there's usable timber here. And if it is, what can I do with it? I hear some boards that have been thrown down. And generally, this is where you find snakes. But not today. Let me see. You know, some of that is usable. Like there's some posts, those would be usable. Those boards, probably still have some life in them. You know, sand them down and refinish them. A lot of it I'll just have to throw to the side. Hell, I could just throw it in the field after take the field down and just burn the garbage. But yeah, there's some usable wood there. All right, we want to just take the overland route. I think we are. Looks like I'm following a deer trail right here. And this is a little bit drier walk than the soybeans are. A lot of things these walks do for you. It's all good. You know, if you're a little constipated in the morning, you know, go for a hike. Don't go too far from the house, because you have to might do the duck waddle to get back. I did that one time hunting. Get all dressed up and started walking back to the field to deer hunting. I got about 100 yards from the house, and all of a sudden I was doing the penguin walker back to the house. And the wife's like, "You got a deer already?" I said, nope. How to take care of something. You know, man's got those limitations. So some of the rules when you get over 60 probably even apply if you get over 50. Never miss an opportunity to go to the bathroom. Never trust a fart, especially after a night of drinking. And if you are constipated and you do go for a hike, don't get too far from the house. Words to live by. So now I'm coming back to the property. The nice walk. Glad I went back there. Got to see that deer. Like I said, I'll post a full video and then I'll probably do a couple shorts on my farms and prepping of the deer. That always seems to get a lot of interest and draw views. So, got my cardio workout in. No gym today, and I think I'm going to give my leg a rest from throwing discus. So I'll throw discus tomorrow on Wednesday. And then, but I'll probably do some dumbbell presses later on. I'm going to go in and eat breakfast. And I'll probably come out and do a couple quick videos with the dumbbells and plates. And then as always, once I get to work, I'll post everything. I had a little chat with YouTube again. You know, about 7:06 last night, I started watching myself lose views. You know, first 40, then 70, then 100. So I got in the chat. I said, what's going on? And it ended up taking 2,000 views from one of my videos that popped up huge. And I said, I'd like to know what's going on. Well, they're supposed to email me and get back to me. And they asked if I had any other concerns. I said, matter of fact, I do. I said, I'm getting tired of making 50 cents a day. I said, for my number of views, that just doesn't add up. And they said they'd look into that too, again. I'll be interested in what the emails got to say. But anyway, I'm back. Nice, successful hike. Time to get out of the jeans. Flip into something more comfortable. Probably take a morning shower. Everybody have a wonderful day. Remember, rest, nutrition, proper exercise will make you healthier and make you feel better.